drums at the moment, and I'm thinking of sending them back because there's something wrong with them because the timing's all off. It's obviously not me. It's the drum kit. I'm going to give Roland a ring and tell them that there's something wrong with them. But yeah, getting that timing spot on, you're so right, and you think you've got it right, and you think, oh great, I'll be able to MP3 it and off it and go, and then you listen to it again and you go, oh no, that's just so wrong.
Yeah. Each time it's like, oh, damn it, no, try again. Oh, yeah, little heads up, come on, really?
I remember speaking to my son's guitar teacher, Paul Straws, who's brilliant in his own right as an artist, and he asked him about a recording studio once, and I said, oh, I could just book it for an hour, and he just looked at me blank-faced and said, oh, I'd get a song out in an hour. There's no way, it takes days.
Oh, man, totally agree. Totally agree with that. And, but it's always interesting to for myself that how it's gone about and how it's done, just because everybody's got their own method to their madness.
Sure.
So, and it's always interesting to me to see how it pans out, because some people still don't get what kind of frustrations there are behind recording, that it's not really that easy at just laying down a track and you're done.
Yeah, and it is. And then there's some people who've just moved in next door as well, and they had I think it's a guy who's got every tool for every occasion, and it usually makes a loud noise, whatever it is he's doing, and it's just timing it right, so he's not doing stuff when I'm recording.
Well, that's good for you, because I mean it's the same thing here, because I record in my shed. My shed is my studio, so but I kind of got to do it at a quiet time. But the only thing that works for me is when I'm doing the vocals, because I got the headphones in. Yeah. So it's a little bit easier because they won't pick up the outside noise. Whereas when I'm recording the guitar, I gotta hit that perfect timing, because I never know when someone's gonna be walking down the path and that sort of thing. So trust me, it's I can completely sympathize with you with that one.
I mean, I don't know if you plug your guitar in, but I tend to do it, just mic it straight from the sound hole, and you get a really nice clear sound then. But obviously it will pick up at things as well, and I've had plenty of experiences when I've gone right through a track and thought it was bang on, only to find out that something's been rubbing against something else and it's been picked up as well. But that's just the breaks, unfortunately. Well,
that's one thing I've been meaning to do, and it's the one I need a certain piece, and I keep on forgetting to go and get it. It's one of those things I have all the intention of going to get it, and then I'll get sidetracked and forget about it. And by the time I remember, the store's closed. Like, oh, I'll try again tomorrow, and then I forget, and then it's just one of those things. And it's such an easy thing to go and get, and it literally cost me like maybe $2. And I just haven't got my lazy butt around doing that. Well, just could have been so much other stuff, right? So.
No, I know the feeling. We'll all get round to these things eventually, I think. I hope.
Well, exactly. Life happens, and we all have a melee of stuff going on. Like everybody's got their busy life, and it's hard to juggle everything. And sometimes, so you gotta go by obviously a list of importance, right? That's important, but not top level. It's more closer to the bottom. I'll get to the top 6 done first, and I'll worry about the bottom 4.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna pass it back over to Nolan here. Nolan.
Yes, I absolutely love Meet Me at the Door. That's a wonderful, really well-written, well-performed song. I got to say that you really reminded me of Paul Simon in your singing approach. The phrasing and just some of the little licks you were doing with your voice. Are you a fan of his at all, or was he an influence?
He's not really. I mean, I've heard his sort of the Simon Garfunkel stuff and a lot of that material. But I know from sort of last week when it was on, you mentioned Paul Simon. I was like, whoa, I'll take Paul Simon any day. As a sort of a comparison. I mean, I really do thank you for the comment. That's a really nice thing to say. And I think I'm going to have to go away after this and have a listen to Paul Simon whilst eating some chocolate eggs at the same time.
Right on. Well, we're going to get to the next song pretty much in just a minute here. And this one, I'm going to kind of queue up because we were talking about this the other day when we were trying to set up the time for the interview. And this one is called Until Dawn. And we'll let you talk about it after we play it. So here we go with Baz D, and the song's called Until Dawn. Dig this.
this wall. With all the darkness, I always fall. I tell myself it's simple, just listen to my breath, but I can't hear it at all. And the ticking clock watches me till the dawn. Time is racing out there, but it struggles to move within my head. It's a crazy dilemma, my thoughts think they're clever, they give no peace at all. And the ticking clock watches me till the dawn. Here comes the sun, rising from its graceful sleep. Yeah, it falls oh so deep. Unperturbed, well rested, smiling, that's its best trick. It never has to face my wall. It's a crazy dilemma, my thoughts come together, they mock me more and more. And that ticking clock watches me till the dawn. Here comes the sun, rising from its graceful sleep. Yeah, it falls oh so deep. Unperturbed, well rested, smiling, that's its best trick. It never has to face my wall.
Baz D Until Dawn. So Baz, this one, you told me it was partially due having an insomnia problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. I had the music for months. I'd just sort of been tinkering on the guitar, and the music came out really, and it was. I couldn't think whether to use it for a song or just to do it on its own, because it's quite a pleasant piece. But then I decided to, one afternoon I just said to the missus, I'm going in that kitchen and I'm going to write a song. I have no idea what it's about, but I haven't written one for ages. And then I took that piece and I thought, what can I do it about? And then I thought, well, I have something, again, a bit personal, because that's easy to write about when it's more of a personal thing. And then I wrote about insomnia. So it was all about sometimes when you go to bed and your thoughts play with you, if you like. They're constantly racing around your head and they don't give you any breaks, and that's sometimes when you can't sleep. And then the clock on the wall was like when you have insomnia, you keep looking at the clock to see what time it is, and that makes things worse because you're thinking that you've got only X amount of time before you get up, and that's what it was about.
You know, that's the worst feeling in the world, when you're in a pretty good sleep and then you wake up and then every hour you're waking up looking at the clock going, oh, it's only been like 20 minutes, it's only been like an hour. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, I've had it for like probably 3 or 4 years, and it is getting better. I've been on Twitter and asked people how they cope with it and what they do to aid your sleep, so I'm getting over it really, but that was the basis of the song.
Well, you know what, I tell you, I there's a few people that I know would be the perfect cure for it. So let me tell you, about 5 minutes, you're done. You're exhausted. so Nolan, go ahead, buddy.
Well, I am an insomniac, and I have been for years. I'm curious to know how are you getting over it?
How you getting over it? Oh, well, I have to switch the TV off around 10 o'clock at night and read. And the trick is to read a very boring book. So I spoke to the wife, and she's got plenty of that. So I've been reading some books, and hot milk I think's pretty good as well, but not to be by any screens, laptops, phones, TVs, anything like that. And then you're going to get your breathing right, apparently. I mean, obviously breathing's essential anyway, because if you don't get that right, you won't be here with us. But you know what I mean. There's where you need to count breaths, apparently.
Okay.
Right on. Go ahead, Owen.
I'm ready to try anything.
Well, you get to that point, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's just one of those things. I really, really liked the guitar arrangement of this one specifically, just because like I loved kind of the soft picking and the kind of really kind of low middle vocals, which kind of reminded me of old Beatles, to be honest.
Wow. Well, I mean, again, I'd sort of take that compliment any day. Yeah, it just seemed right for the tune and for the music, something quite subtle and melodic in the background. And then, as I say, the sort of once I'd make a decision what it was about, then the words came quite easily, really, when I was sort of wondering, the problems about sleeping and how you cope with it.
Right. So next up, we're gonna get to a song. This is where we get to make a comment on a song here, Baz. The band is called it's called Officer, and the song's called Burst. Dig this.
Speak, Father, speak. Unsearchable things, unreachable depths, unyielding truths. Dance, Spirit, dance me into life, pounding upon my flesh, bringing breath, bring me breath. My beauty, I see you. My beauty, I our friends gathered round, here we go, here we go, here we go. My lotion, my love. Tell